Dobry wieczór wszystkim, I hope you guys are doing fantastic. I'm Mysticle, and today I'll be bringing you the latest in AR and VR news. V71 is slowly beginning to roll out, so of course that will probably be the main topic of today's video, but I also have a bunch more for you. So, as usual, in case you are interested in any specific part of this video, you have chapters down below, and with that, let's get right into it. So, at first, we're going to begin with the brand new Quest 3S packaging. We didn't talk too much about the Quest 3S last video because we really glossed over the Connect event. However, the Quest 3S does actually have a brand new packaging, one different from how we have unboxed Quest headsets to date. I think it's pretty cool, and I just wanted to share it with you guys. Luna has posted it here on Twitter. I think it's very nice, very clean, and very minimalistic. The next thing that we have is Quest's WhatsApp support. Apparently, it might be getting the POV feature from Quest very soon. Quest users can cast their in-game view to a TV, mobile phone, and even their friends and family on Facebook Messenger now. According to a recent marketing image uncovered by the serial leaker and data miner Luna, it may also soon include support for WhatsApp. An update earlier this month allowed Quest users to share their screen over Facebook Messenger, letting you cast your in-game exploits on video calls. It now appears support is headed for Meta's other big mobile messaging app, WhatsApp, in addition to Meta's own Horizon Chat for Quest. So from Luna on Twitter, apparently this functionality is getting added to WhatsApp as well, and coming soon, you'll be able to cast to people on Horizon OS. So in case you guys do use the Quest for calls or you answer calls during your gaming sessions, very soon you might actually be able to share that session with other people. Messenger's Quest client also has a nice single button for headset view/casting, by the way. Pretty neat. I assume this will also be relevant for codec avatars, i.e. being able to share views along with your avatar camera. Yeah, pretty nice feature, and hopefully that does appear with other clients as well, as in hopefully very soon we'll be able to cast to things like Discord, etc., third-party applications that we may have sideloaded. V71 local discovery might actually be coming, and this is really cool. Essentially, it will allow people on the same LAN network to find each other on Quest, making co-location that much of a bigger deal on Quest. From Luna on Twitter, strings in MetaQuest/Horizon OS V71 suggest that Horizon OS headsets may get the option to be discovered locally, which could be a huge boon for co-located MR experiences. In case you guys don't know what co-location is, it actually allows Quest headsets that are in the same room on the same LAN network to see each other and therefore basically place you exactly where you are in the room in the game. So let's say someone is standing next to you in the room, well, they will be standing next to you in the game as well. It's really cool, and using it for things like Demio in MR experiences, where everyone is wearing a mask on their real selves, but it's a virtual mask in the exact spot where they actually are, is just so cool. But yeah, apparently very soon, headsets will be able to discover each other locally. Now, from Fiend. Quest Horizon OS V71. You can now change the aspect ratio of your screenshots, similar to existing settings from video recording. So this is actually something that hasn't been there on Horizon OS for ever, and to be honest, it should have been. We've been able to change our aspect ratio and resolution for video recordings for quite some time now, but we haven't been able to do this for screenshots, and I'm not entirely sure why, but it's finally here. It has arrived, and if you ever decide you want to do that for some reason, you will now be able to. So yeah, this is actually a really nice one, as I have found myself sometimes wanting to change the resolution and the aspect ratio of my screenshots and have had to go in and change it after the fact and then upscale them and stuff. So if this isn't just, cropping your screenshots, that's going to be really cool. Travel mode in V71 is now available for all vehicles and not just planes. So again, from Luna, another small thing in Horizon OS V71, as mentioned at Connect, travel mode is now for all moving vehicles, not just planes, and the icon is now luggage. So that's a little bit of a quality of life improvement there. Let's not lie to ourselves, people have been using it in all kinds of vehicles anyway. However, I assume now in V71, a bunch of different changes and fixes have been added in order to make it work nicely with other things, such as cars and stuff. Probably because, it can see out the windows there, and it's probably not very happy about the fact that things outside the window are moving quite a bit faster than the stuff inside the windows. Of course, on planes, you also have windows, but I mean, let's be honest, those things are a lot smaller, and the Quest can't really see outside them, so the algorithms there are going to be quite a bit different. It's nice to see them finally making this change, and yeah, I can see a lot of people actually using their Quest devices to maybe watch something on a road trip on like a massive display. Changes to window movements have also been added, where window movements up, down, left, right, the freeform windows are now a lot smoother. More detailed clip of the window movement improvements in Horizon OS V71. You can now just sort of put them anywhere, unlike in V69, and theater windows properly interact with geometry of your home, which means that you can lay them on the floor/ceiling. That is really cool. So you can actually be laying in bed, not with an Elite head strap, of course, but, with the floppy default head strap, you can be lying in bed and watching a movie on the ceiling. I think that's really cool. I hope they stick with this. I really do too. And it does look a lot smoother, the movements. You can really tell that they're refining things now. They've added these features, and now they're just refining them, making them feel that little bit more whole and complete. So that's really cool. Really hope they stick with it, and can't wait to try that one out myself. I haven't gotten V71 myself yet, but honestly, I'll be checking, my favorite firmware website, which I can't really mention on YouTube, but to see whether it's been uploaded there yet, and probably sideloading it. Strings in MetaQuest Horizon OS V71 also suggest the ability to make web/PWA shortcuts is coming. That's really cool. So very soon, we might actually be able to add shortcut icons to our launcher from like the web. Android devices, and I'm fairly sure iPhones as well, can already do this. Let's say you're on a website, you just click on the 3 dots in the top right on Chrome, and you can create a shortcut on your home screen to access that website a lot easier. So that's something that I would love to see come to Quest. Now that they're, marketing this as a device that isn't just for gaming and is also just for productivity in general, I can see a lot of people using that feature, creating some shortcuts and being able to access websites a lot faster. That, and I would also love to see the option to, maybe move our icons around a little bit more freedom in that launcher, because currently it really is just left up to Meta, and we can't really do anything about it there. Another little funny thing is apparently Meta, on their actual official website, now recommends Steam Link over AirLink for Steam games, or at least that's what it looks like. Valve did a brilliant job with Steam Link, not just with the UX, but the whole thing is actually super seamless and works very smoothly for me. I do sometimes actually end up using that over Virtual Desktop, even though Virtual Desktop is still my go-to most of the time, to be honest. That thing is just flawless for me. But yeah, can Meta Quest 3S and the Quest 3 play Steam games? Yes, you can stream the games you have in your Steam library from your computer to both Quest headsets via Steam Link. A lot of people are speculating in the comments that they might be removing AirLink in the future, but I doubt that's the case, considering you can't really play Oculus titles using Steam Link, and they still have their own library of PCVR games inside the Oculus game browser. Now let's switch things up a bit, as Tomb Raider is coming to mixed reality with Beat Saber XR release. The VR modding and classic gaming communities achieved a major milestone this week, as Team Beef officially released Beat Saber XR. This pioneering mod takes the 1996 classic Tomb Raider and catapults it into the realm of modern VR, as well as mixed reality, with players stepping into the boots of Lara Croft or commanding her across their living rooms in third person. Upload VR covered an early version of the mod, and even in its pre-release state, it already showed huge potential. One of the masterminds behind this transformation is none other than Simon Brown, aka Dr. Beef, to the VR community. Together with a dedicated team at Team Beef, the group has consistently delivered fully immersive VR ports of beloved classics spanning back to the early days of Gear VR. Beat Raiders XR is their latest achievement, offering Quest and PCVR gamers the chance to relive Tomb Raider's iconic adventures, but this time with the option of a first-person perspective and 6 degrees of freedom. Team Beef has done a fantastic job of bringing classics into virtual reality in the past, and looking at this one, it seems to be no exception. I'm going to be quite excited to try this one out myself, as I have played the original, and adding that ability to be able to command Lara Croft around your own living room in XR is just unbelievable. That is amazing. Apparently Apple might be rethinking their XR strategy now because of Orion, and despite Vision Pro's $3,500 price tag, which is nearly 12 times more expensive than the $300 Quest 3S, Apple and Meta are destined to be direct competitors in the XR space at some point in the near future. According to our report by Bloomberg's Mark Gurman, Apple may be rethinking its XR strategy moving forward though, following Meta's unveiling of its impressively slim AR glasses prototype, Orion. Citing Apple insiders, Gurman reports that Apple seems aware that it needs to rethink its approach to headsets, but there isn't consensus on how to do that, further detailing a number of options currently on the Cupertino tech giant's table. Gurman maintains that the company could continue down the current path of just making its Vision Pro follow-up less expensive, offering a Vision Pro Lite of sorts. Separately, a second generation of Vision Pro could include yet higher-end components, such as the new M4 chip, basically your regularly scheduled upgrade pathway for a cheaper version of the Vision Pro to the masses, alongside a hypothetically Vision Pro 2 for prosumers. But yeah, I can see why Apple might want to rethink this. Even though Orion isn't ready for the masses and isn't something that Meta is selling to us right now, it is definitely something that Apple should be afraid of. I can imagine that Apple has a bunch of different prototypes and things they're working on in the background that we have no idea about, maybe even things similar to Orion. However, knowing Meta, they're going to try sell Orion at the lowest price possible, and also make it available to the masses, something that Apple with their current Vision Pro hasn't exactly done. And we have had other reports stating that Apple is currently struggling to make the Vision Pro cheaper. So how they would achieve an Orion level device, prototype, whatever, even close to the price of the Vision Pro is, well, a mystery to me. And I don't think that's going to be happening. So we can see why they might want to be rethinking all of this. It's just interesting seeing all of these companies, releasing their devices and then all of a sudden seeing, oh, this is what our competition is doing. And all of a sudden, wow, yeah, no, we need to rethink. Samsung is apparently working on a smart Ray-Bans competitor with Google Gemini AI, which is interesting because Gemini AI is actually something that I keep turning off. As good as Gemini might be at talking to you, it's not very good at doing basic tasks. I mean, when I ask it to play a song on Spotify, it just refuses to do so and takes me to YouTube. End of my rant. Samsung is working on a Ray-Ban Meta glasses competitor with Google Gemini AI, the information reports. The product was greenlit earlier this year. The Information's Sylvia Varnam-O'Regan writes, after intense debates inside Google around whether to convince Samsung to build full AR glasses or simpler smart glasses like Ray-Ban Meta glasses, with Google and Samsung exclusives landing on the latter. The report comes just under a year after Samsung filed a trademark for Samsung glasses in the UK, which could indicate the product name. Samsung and Google may struggle to sell glasses of this kind without Meta's partner EssilorLuxottica, however. The company has a near monopoly on eyewear market worldwide, and its brands like Ray-Ban and Oakley are among the most recognizable on the planet. In July, The Verge reported that Google wanted to steal this partnership, and we did actually talk about this in a previous video. However, they decided to stick with Meta instead. Google and Samsung are also partnering on a high-end mixed reality headset to take on the Apple Vision Pro, which has been in the works for years now. Google will handle the software, while Samsung is handling the hardware, using Qualcomm's XR2 Plus Gen 2 chipset, but a recent report suggests it could be delayed once again later into 2025. And finally, to end this one off, we've got some brand new Beat Saber tracks coming up next week. This one is from Britney Spears, and her biggest hits are coming to Beat Saber on October 8th. Meta revealed one of the biggest pop superstars of the 1990s will see her music arrive in Beat Saber from October 8th in the Britney Spears music pack. The track list includes Baby One More Time, Circus, Gimme More, I'm a Slave for You, Me Against the Music, Oops, I Did Again, Overprotective, Scream and Shout, Till the World Ends, Toxic, and Womanizer. So in case you guys are waiting on a brand new Beat Saber track list, you'll very soon be able to play Britney Spears officially on Beat Saber. Either way though, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day or night, wherever you are in the world. If you guys like this one, please leave a like. If disliked, then I guess this one works too, but let me know why down below. I have been asked by our Discord community in order to mention the movie nights, so if you do want to join those, make sure to check out the Discord down below. And if you guys are not yet part of our community, check out the Reddit as well. I want to see you posting your spicy memes on there. As usual, thank you so much to all the Patreons. You guys are amazing. Seriously, much love. You are what makes this possible. So seriously, thank you so much. And as usual, if you want to be able to future content coming up on the channel, make sure to smack that subscribe button with you or ding my bell. And see you again in the next video. Peace.